After a boy named Bailey discovers that he is a mutant, he immediately goes with his parents to Professor Xavier's school to find out what his powers are. However, Bailey's excitement is crushed when he overhears someone say that his power is basically to explode once and then die. Feeling devastated that he has the worst superpower ever, Bailey decides to leave, thinking at least he still has his parents. But suddenly, a sentinel accidentally steps on them, killing them instantly. Farah rushes over to take Bailey in, and after the sentinel is destroyed, Bailey goes to live at Xavier's school. Jubilee introduces him to the place, and he meets several other students like Regis and his brother Rishis, who can turn anything into solid gold. Farah tries to cheer Bailey up by making him an assistant to various super mutant teams, but everything goes wrong. Traumatized by failed missions, Bailey breaks down emotionally. One day, while lamenting his situation in a small forest, Rags appears and tells him he could break up with her. But when Bailey shares how depressed he is, Rags suddenly reveals herself to be Mystique in disguise. She quickly kisses him and promises to return for him soon, saying she understands what it's like to feel different from the other X-Men. Bailey is left completely shocked for days until he finally receives a message from Mystique asking him to eliminate Professor Xavier. Despite the request, Bailey ignores the message and tries to live a normal life. Eventually, however, he is kidnapped and taken to Magneto and his team. Magneto tries to convince Bailey to use his power to kill Xavier, claiming it's the only way his life could have meaning. He then knocks Bailey out and sends him back to the school. Later, after getting into a fight with Rishis during a mission, triggered by being called useless, both are stopped by Storm and brought to Professor Xavier. After Xavier encourages them to better control their emotions, Bailey asks him what the true meaning of life is. Xavier calms him by saying that there is none, and that all anyone can do is try to be a good person. Bailey finds comfort in Xavier's words and decides to confess Magneto's plan. But as he's revealing everything, Xavier suddenly becomes delusional and dies anyway, revealing that Rishis was also part of the plan and had decided to kill the professor in exchange for gold. Years pass. Bailey, now older and sinking deeper into depression, watches as Rishis uses his powers to control the world. Then, one day, Bailey receives an invitation to Rishis' grand anniversary party. Convinced his life can't get any worse, Bailey decides to attend just to do one last thing. At the party, Bailey heads straight to the basement to confront Rishis. Rishi smugly tells him he invited him just to watch him admit defeat, but Bailey grabs Rishi's head and says he still has one last thing left, finally using his superpower, exploding and taking Rishi's and his empire down with him.